Hey guys, welcome to the Beta DBS. Here with an updated deck profile of Sorbet. So, told you guys what he did last time, but so he's the new yellow Shenron leader. Once per turn, when one of your battle cards attacks, it gets plus 5,000 power for the turn, and you get to search your deck or end life. Pretty much, yeah, deck and life. This one says, or life, but you get to search both of them at the same time. Pretty much is the ruling, so that's all that matters. So we get to search both of them at the same time. Go find a Dragon Ball. Put it into our hand. So, really a leader. When you have 7 in the drop area, you wish, and you get to the backside. So his backside is Frieza, Sorbet Frieza. So once per turn, choose one. You can draw a card. His other ones, choose one yellow or black desire in your hand. You get to activate its main skill. The last one is remove 7 Dragon Balls from the game. You get to tap 2 battle cards or energies. So that's pretty good when you're going for games. So they can't negate, and you get to tap a blocker if you want, if they only have one open. The plus 15k, he gets 30k. It's pretty good if you're going to go for game with him. If they're at 2 health, it doesn't really matter. I usually use it, like, get rid of Vegito, then go for game with, like, my 30k Frieza triple strike or something. So, still pretty good. So, starting off first, I run 4 Frieza Revenge in Motion. This card's pretty important for the deck. We're running the Frieza variant where we want to get the big 4 drops into the graveyard, so we'll get to those soon. But so his activate main is place this card in the drop, draw 1 card, so he replaces himself, and then you choose a Frieza that's a 4 drop or less and put him into the drop area. And then you shuffle your deck. So it just gets the 4 drop Friezas in the drop that we want. This card, Frieza biding his time. So this one, pretty much you just play it. You tap something that's 2 or less, ignoring barrier, and then you can attack that card with the Frieza front side. Get the 5k boost, so it's a 10k attacker, and then just clear the board. So that's pretty cool. And if they combo over that, you just swing with your leader again at it usually. So I mean, they're just gonna waste cards doing that. So next we got the Seeker Sorbet. He just searches your deck for a Dragon Ball. So if you don't have a turn 1 play, you don't see something else. Also helps you awaken faster. So you just go search your Dragon Ball, attack with him. He's a 10k attacker, get some pressure, and get a Dragon Ball. So, one Tagoma. He just lets you go search your deck for a desire. If you're not seeing a Shenron, like one of your desires, you're going to use him to go get one. It's likely we don't really use him. Late game, he's usually energy or just combo power. We struggle on 5k, so we need 5k, so we usually keep him in our hand. So it's just combo power late game. More combo power. We struggle with combo power, so it's just another 5k piece. Hey, let's just go get a Frieza if we're struggling. Like, say we can't go really go get any Frieza out of our drop area. We really just need to like find one. We can use this guy. Go get this Frieza again and go put another one in the drop area if we really need to, like turn 5 or late game. But it's really just kind of rare. Never comes up. It's just more combo power. This blocker right here, he's really good. So it'd be even better and broken if it said less than 2 or less than 3, but it says of 3, so you have to play a 3 drop. His auto is when this card's KO'd, you choose 1 Frieza card with energy cost of 3 from your hand and play it. So they had the you know, the free Friezas that come into play. Those obviously aren't the greatest. You play this. So the Deadly Defender, yours comes in for free in this Frieza deck. So super good. These are annoying, especially because your wish can bring these back to the field. So people this deck's annoying with these. These is probably the MVP of the deck. Probably go with the 4 of that. This guy's good though too. So only one Frieza, like only one of these guys. So because only one of these can be played, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier. It can't switch to active mode, so that's pretty cool. It's not the biggest deal. The last thing is once per turn, sparking 7. If you have 7 or more cards in your drop area, if your opponent has 7 or more cards in rest mode, so this is really good because it counts energy and their leader. So just 7 total cards and their battle cards in rest mode, and your leader card's a yellow Shenron card. This card just deals 1 damage to your opponent, so you can just shock them in yellow. So it's really cool. Just win the game. And just in case you guys don't know what this does, because I went over it. It's 20k, but when it's in rest mode, it loses 5k on your opponent's turn, and it's basically Vegito. So, just in case people don't know what that does. MVP of the deck. Next, 2 Occupation and Evil Freezes, because this is the good version of this deck. People commented last time on my last deck profile when I was just messing around with my fun version of this. It was a bad deck. It is. It's not competitive. It's more of a fun deck, but this guy makes the deck competitive. He makes the deck really good. So he's double strike, not really a big deal. Plays 2 cards. In your activate main, it's place 2 cards, yellow battle cards, other than this card in the drop area, and they have to be on the field. So that's where people are mistaken. It's not from your hand, so it's some people say it's bad, but it can be better. So say like you attack with something, you get rid of that, and then something else, just like a Bulma or something weak, and then you get to evolve into Golden Frieza, the Resurrected Terror, and then if you do, you get to draw 2 cards. So you replace the 2 cards on the field, and you evolve into Big Daddy here. So this is the chain we play. So it makes the deck amazing. It's Golden Frieza, Resurrected Terror. He's triple strike. When this card evolves into this card, place all rest mode battle cards except for this card in the drop area. You don't choose them, so ignores barrier. Gets rid of Vegetos. The other deadly defenders, gets rid of them all. The only thing it doesn't get rid of is barrier blockers that are standing, because it taps all the cards but not ignoring barrier. So you have to choose all the standing cards and tap them in the rest mode. So barrier blockers doesn't get around, but it beats them down. So still a great card. Mecha Frieza, the Returning Terror, play 3 of. This is for decks specifically that are playing the barrier blockers pretty much, and then they get rid of super combos against decks that aren't. So if you're just playing a deck that doesn't have tons of barrier blockers, or if they're playing Yaji Robes specifically, like Yaji Robes are annoying. We can tap the Yaji Robes, but if they have multiple of them, I usually get rid of one. If not, I get a super combo. If they have barrier blockers, I put it down early, and I try to get rid of it fast, because it's hard to deal with that in this deck early, so I just try to get rid of it. This is just another target. He just comes in. I usually never just a card, but you can if you really need to give him double strike, but I've rarely seen it happen. Our super combo, I chose a sparking one because we're going to have the Dragon Balls, so it's going to be useful. The MVP of the deck, the reason we don't need Nimbus, actually, is because of this card. This card allows us to take our life, see more cards, replaces itself specifically, so that's really good, instead of just losing 2 cards like Nimbus. And it stops the Shenron triple attack, and it can stop multiple cards, just things from not untapping anymore, so it's pretty good. I like it. Deathball, it's our pretty much early game removal for some threats we can't get rid of, and bigger threats that if we have to go late game with them and deal with them multiple turns, this is our way just to kind of deal with that. It's also a good defensive card. So 2 Bloodlust, only 2. I've thought about going to 1 because we need more combo power. I run a lot of extra cards like most wish leaders do, so we need more combo power. So I thought about going to 1, but the 2 just, I see it more obviously. But yeah, 4 of our wishes, it's pretty much our main wish. This is the only wish we really want to see. It's the one we want to play early, because turn 2 we can get Freezes out. Turn 2 you can get the triple strike Resurrected Terror out, which pretty much like blows people away when you do it to them. They're just like, what? And like, you put that down and they're just like, oh, okay, you have a triple striking threat on board already. Don't really know what I'm going to do with that, so it's pretty hard for them to deal with. Pretty much, for people that don't know what it says, it's this is a desire in all areas, so we can go find it with Dragon Radar, things like that. I don't play any in this deck because specifically I don't really need the dig for this card, and I didn't really want to awaken fast either. I like getting the 5k pumps early. It helps me get pressure and get to know 3 life, and it also helps me just kind of, I don't know, just clear the board early on against decks that just want to get lots of things down. It helps me just clear them. So I don't really want to awaken too fast, but Dragon Raider is definitely a side deck. I have side deck 3 of them, so it's a great card. It's basically just pot of greed too if you just need draws. So this card says your leader card is Yellow Shenron card, which ours is. Choose 1 Frieza card in your drop area with energy cost 4 or less and play it. So that's the hitter. We play the 7 Dragon Balls. one world peace. This world peace is literally just, if we're struggling, we have nothing else to do, we just go get a card. If we're on the backside kind of early and we just need something, we can world peace and go get back Deadly Defender if we need to, if we don't see a Shenron. It's just another kind of thing to hit. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Let me know what you think of this one on my ratios. I kind of like how it's been running and testing. I haven't seen too many other deck profiles besides, like, I think it was Androids, I can't remember which YouTuber it was, but it was pretty good. I based it around his, just changed the ratios up. I took 3rd place at our locals, so, I mean, it's been running well. It's a lot better than the fun deck that we seen last, so I'm going to continue to play it and see how it goes, guys, but, yep, peace out.